Okay, well, we'd like to thank everyone for coming today, and this is a really great day, and we're highlighting an exceptionally important agreement for the city of Lancaster, for the community, for the Antelope Valley as a whole, and for the solar industry. I get to introduce two people, saving eSolar for a moment, that I really consider very responsible for this. First off, our mayor has been a leader in terms of promoting solar energy literally on an international stage to the benefit of Lancaster and the entire Antelope Valley. And then later you'll hear from Randy Williams, our Public Works Director, who had incredible vision a number of years ago about the value of recycled water when no one ever saw that. So for me, it's great to just be able to introduce these two folks. First person I'm going to introduce is our mayor, R. Rex Paris.
You know, isn't it astonishing? We're having a press conference nobody came to, where we're talking about, of course, maybe if we didn't do it on the street, it'd be better, but we're having a press conference about literally changing the world. I mean, changing the way everything is done. Something that is totally, absolutely magnificent. And people would be more concerned about whether or not the mayor's term is 4 years, or whether or not we had the LPAC press conference that was packed about who's going to sing for one day, you know, on a Saturday afternoon, that you can buy the record for $9. I mean, it's... Not only do we have it on a street, we have it on a street where they slow down and rev their engines for us. This really is something we're all excited about. And I guess maybe that's the price of being involved in something that is world-changing, is you don't always get everybody else as excited about it as you are. But what has happened today is revolutionary in many ways. You took this huge problem that both the city had and both the eSolar had, which was cooling the towers. You know, where do you get the water to cool the towers that's going to produce more energy than the Hoover Dam by the time this whole project is built out? Something that's never been tried before, something that's never been done before, but there's this huge obstacle. As an obstacle to us, what do we do with all this dirty water? You know, I mean, that's how we were treating it, as a problem. But incredibly brilliant minds came together, and most of it came from eSolar, in that, you know, these are incredibly brilliant people, and said this isn't an obstacle, this is an opportunity. They're able to take this water, turn it into a resource, cool the towers, and recharge our aquifer at the same time, creating tens of millions of dollars of savings. I mean, it's revolutionary what's happening today. A lot of it was the result of Randy Williams from the city in partnership with eSolar. And look what happens when corporations and cities come together and say, let's work together on something. Let's solve a huge problem together, instead of trying to figure out how to get one over on each other. And I mean, that's how it feels sometimes when corporations and cities work. And I can't tell you how proud I am to be the mayor of a city that made this happen, because I get to take the credit for it, and quite frankly, I didn't do much at all. And Randy Williams will come and tell you a little bit more about it. Thank you.
Well, it truly is a great honor to be here today to talk about this unique opportunity. The mayor said many things that I probably would have said myself about this project, but let me be a little more technical about it. The whole concept is for eSolar to use recycled water for their cooling purposes, but also as makeup water for their boilers. Now, unlike what the mayor said, I'm going to tell you that recycled water coming out at the stage that it's going to be used, the tertiary level, is not dirty water anymore. It's very good, clean, usable water, but it's been made that way by the citizens, the people who deliver their wastewater through pipes in the ground to the sanitation district, number 14 plant down at Avenue D and 20th Street West. They're soon going to be producing water at an extremely valuable and high quality level that will make it possible to be used for many different things. If there are two things in this valley that are on people's minds every day, and I'm surprised the mayor didn't say this, the first one is crime and the second one is water. And the water is the one that I'm most involved with. And I have to say it's been a great partnership working with eSolar, who came about a year ago and said, what can we give back to the city since you have helped us so far in getting our demonstration plant underway? The light bulb goes off, the water starts falling around me, and I said, what can you do to help solve our water problem? You're going to be using recycled water for your system. How would you feel about also purchasing an additional amount, a like amount, for the city to use? They said, great, sounds like a wonderful way that we can be a proud partner and member of the community in the Antelope Valley. So that's just exactly what the agreement that was approved last night by the City Council does. And it was approved, I might say, a couple of days ago by eSolar's Board of Directors. So everyone is in agreement that this is a good thing for the private sector, for eSolar, for generating electricity from the sun, and for the Antelope Valley, specifically the city of Lancaster, and our future water supplies. When this project is fully built out, it will be using approximately 8,000 acre-feet of water a year. That's 2.6 billion gallons of water a year. That's a lot of water. It's almost enough to merit a stimulus package from my point of view. But what also is going to happen is that same amount of water, 2.6 billion gallons of water a year, is going to be put back into the ground through an approved process permitted by the state that will then make that water available for the future use by our citizens and our businesses in the city of Lancaster. Now, I didn't get into a lot of technical details. They're not important, but what is important is the eSolar's contribution to the community through that provision of water, but also in them helping us to get to the point where we can recharge. eSolar has agreed that they will contribute $500,000 towards the environmental impact work and the preliminary design work for our recharge fields at 60th Street West and Avenue F. And they also have agreed that they will contribute up to another $1.5 million to extend an existing pipeline so that we can get that recycled water to that recharge site. These are expenses that the city had long ago committed to spending or to facing in order to achieve this goal, that being a permitted recharge facility using recycled water. eSolar is just helping us get there a lot faster, and we truly appreciate the partnership with them. At this point, let me turn it back to our mayor.
You know, the one technical part of this that is kind of important is we're talking 20,000 homes. Water for 20,000 homes. I mean, it's truly, it's absolutely astonishing what's been accomplished here. In fact, one of the things I've been thinking about is changing the brand of the city of Lancaster to the solar capital of the world, because I honestly believe that that's what we're going to become. This is going to be the solar capital of the world, where all of the solar innovation will arise from, and we ought to start seriously thinking about that. I'm going to need a few votes to do that, but it's something that I'm probably going to start working towards. And I wonder what it would take to get some Explorer Scouts to close the street while we have the press conference so people can actually hear us. And with that, thank you for coming. What do I have to do? Oh, I got to introduce the eSolar people, but you see, they took my notes away from me. See, I set it up perfectly. I was going to have it all here, and Randy comes and takes my notes. I want to introduce the Chief Financial Officer and Executive Vice President, Merrick Kerr from eSolar. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about these people. You know, they come out of Idea Lab. You know, they hire 10% of the graduating class from Caltech every year. This is a group, this is a corporate group that is made up of the smartest people in the world. And this is the CFO and Executive Vice President, Merrick Kerr.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
You're probably going to be able to tell from my accent that I'm actually not from Caltech, but a good portion of us are. Mayor Paris, Mr Bozigi and members of the press, eSolar is absolutely delighted to support the City of Lancaster and its plans for this integrated system to manage the recycled water. Although it is eSolar that's going to build a lot of the pipelines, it really was the Mayor and his team that came up with the idea about how we could make this work. Clearly, the recycled water was a challenge for the city, and using water for cooling was a challenge for us. And it's nice when you were able to put together a win-win situation like this. eSolar itself, we strive to be the most environmentally responsible energy producer in the country, and by using water that up until now has been discarded, it really gives us that chance. We also try to use land which has already been disturbed, another way which we work on being as environmentally sound as we can. And really we want to be good stewards of our shared natural resources. Water, very critical resource for the Antelope Valley and California in particular, and we want to make sure we use it as efficiently as we can. Again, we're really grateful to the City of Lancaster and the Mayor for giving us this tremendous opportunity, and we really look forward to seeing the plant built and getting permitted for recycling in the valley. Thanks very much.
Thank you all for coming. As a tease, I know that eSolar will be having a very big grand opening sometime in the future, very soon. I can assure you it will not be on a street. It will be at their plant, which is a beautiful facility, and we really hope you'll all be there. So thank you, and we're happy to answer any questions. I know the Mayor and the eSolar folks are available afterwards for interviews and anything else necessary. It makes it, yes, it does set the future for out towards the west end. Yes, it does. Is that kind of the intention? Yeah, it's to open up additional areas of the Antelope Valley for solar plants. And then I know one of the issues with tertiary water is purple pipe, right? Randy, you want to? Purple pipe? Yes, that would be commonly used. I know one of the issues with broad use of that is the pipeline to get it to schools, kids, residents, that sort of thing. So just this agreement and the pipeline, does that set the stage for broader use by residents, or just? It would set the stage for broader use. Yeah, it would absolutely set it. We are the first system and only system in the Antelope Valley with the system for delivery. Expanding that system makes it more available for multiple uses. Irrigation for schools, public places, landscaping on freeways, example, not this particular pipe, but another one we're doing. Any large irrigation uses.
Tell them to come back tomorrow to the press conference.
Oh, Randy reminded me we have a press conference tomorrow at the Lancaster University Center. We're going to be talking specifically about recycled water and its many uses, and actually a demonstration as well. And then also, I just wanted to quickly ask, this recharge project, is this the first of its kind in Lancaster?
It certainly is not the first of its kind in California. They've been doing it in the LA Basin for about 40 years. But it will be the first that it's been done in the Lahontan Regional Water Quality Control jurisdictional area. So this is a big thing for all of us in the Antelope Valley, as well as for the northern part of the state on the east side of the Sierras.
Okay, thank you all.